Hi everyone, my name is Mehar Sindhu Batra and I'm going to tell you about the CA course in a very simplified manner. But before we begin, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and the reason why I decided to make this video. So for starters, I am from New Delhi, India and I currently live in London, United Kingdom. I am a Bachelor's of Commerce from Delhi University, a Chartered Accountant from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, an MBA from Imperial College London, and I currently work as a strategy consultant at a boutique British consultancy firm here in London. The reason why I decided to make this video is because having lived in New Delhi almost all my life, I was always very interested in studying. So when I decided that I wanted to pursue the Chartered Accountancy course, I was very confused and I felt like there wasn't enough information out there that could explain everything in very simple terms, and I did not have enough people to speak with. Of course, there was a lot of information on the Institute's website and on many other websites, but I found all that information a little too technical. And when you're starting out as a very young student, you're very confused. I really wished always that there was somebody that I could go and speak with who could share their journey and their personal experience with me so that I could make an informed decision about the CA course and know what I was getting into. This video is in no way a claim that I'm the most educated, the most qualified, or the most experienced person out there. I just decided to make this video just to explain the very basics of the entire CA journey from start to end. But there is one thing that I have always been, and that's very good at visualizing my goals and working extremely hard towards them. From my childhood, I was really ambitious and I had these big dreams about myself, and I worked day in and day out for them. My first piece of advice to anyone watching this is, before you decide to sit for the Chartered Accountancy exams, do your proper research, read as many articles online, talk to as many number of people as you can, understand the nitty-gritties of this journey, because it is a challenging course and it will take the next few years of your life. It will require a lot of hard work and a lot of patience. It is one of the toughest set of exams in the country and possibly around the world. Whenever I tell someone, even in London, that I'm a chartered accountant, everyone is aware of how much effort and hard work must have gone into getting this degree. So all I would say before actually registering for the exams, make sure you do your proper research, and once you think it is the right fit for you, go online and register for the course. So let's dive into what the CA journey could look like in very simple terms. So I'm going to break down the entire CA journey into three components. The first component is the exams. The second component is the practical training or the articleship at a CA firm. And the third component is the smaller courses that the institute requires you to complete. Now diving into the first component, that is the exams. The CA journey is divided into three stages of exams: the foundation course, the intermediate course, and the final course. And the total number of exams that you may be required to take is 20. And there are two ways to get into the CA course. The first is right after high school. That means you've completed 10 plus 2 years of education, or you're a high school graduate, which means you can directly enter the CA course through the foundation route. The second is, supposing you're a graduate or a postgraduate in commerce or any other subjects with an aggregate of 55 or 60% marks. And after graduation, you decide that you want to become a chartered accountant. You can enter the CA program directly at the intermediate level, which is called the direct entry route. In that case, you do not have to take the CA foundation course. So you can embark on the CA journey at 20 to 25 years of age as well, if you're a graduate or a postgraduate in commerce or any other subjects. So for someone who's right out of school and wants to become a chartered accountant, let's say at the age of 18 or 19, you would have to register for the CA Foundation course. The CA Foundation course consists of 4 exams held on different days, twice a year in May and November. You need to score a minimum of 40% marks in each of the 4 exams and an aggregate of 50% in order to pass the CA Foundation course. Once you have cleared the CA Foundation course, you will be eligible to register for the CA Intermediate course. The intermediate course is the second stage of exams, and that consists of a set of 8 papers divided into 2 groups of 4 papers each. These exams are also held twice a year in May and November. And the passing is again the same. To clear each of the groups, you need a minimum of 40% marks in each of the papers and an aggregate of 50% marks for that group in total. After the intermediate course comes the final course. The final course also consists of 8 papers divided into 2 groups of 4 papers each. Again, these exams are held twice a year in May and November, and you need an aggregate of 50% to clear each of the groups and a minimum of 40% marks in each of the 8 papers. So with this, we cover the first component of the CA journey, which is the 3 stages of exams. Then comes the practical training. To prepare you for the journey as a chartered accountant, the institute requires you to undertake a practical training at a chartered accountancy firm for a period of 3 years. The practical training could mean that you would be working in either the auditing or taxation or any other department of a CA firm in order to build on your expertise and knowledge and prepare yourself for the CA final exams. The practical training is a 3-year training that would begin at the intermediate course level, which means that once you have cleared either 1 or 2 groups of the intermediate course, you would be eligible to start the articleship. However, if you're embarking on the CA journey after graduation or post-graduation, you would first have to join your practical training and then undertake the intermediate course exams. But let's not complicate it too much. All I want you to know in this case is that the practical training is for a period of 3 years and it takes place after the second stage, which is the intermediate course. During the practical training, you would be working round the clock in order to gain expertise and practical experience of dealing with clients and working on financial statements, which would only help you to prepare better for the third stage of exams, that is the CA final exams. Once you're in your final year of articleship, that is the third year of your articleship training, you would be eligible to register for the CA final exams. This covers the second component of the CA journey, that is the practical training. The third component is a set of 2 short trainings that the institute requires you to take in order to build on your knowledge on information technology and soft skills. This training is called the ICITSS, or the Integrated Course on Information Technology and Soft Skills. These trainings are held twice during the course for a period of 4 weeks each. The first one is held at the intermediate course level and the second one is held as an advanced version of the course right before you take the CA final exams. So the first training of the ICITSS prepares you to join the articleship training at a CA firm in order for you to understand the basics of information technology and communication skills in the form of soft skills. So at the end of the journey, if you have covered all that is required by the institute, you would be eligible to sit for the CA final exams. That means you have cleared the foundation exams, the intermediate exams, as well as undertaken both the trainings in information technology and soft skills, and you are in your final year of practical training. Once you've cleared all stages of exams, completed your practical training and the short courses that the institute requires you to take, you are now a chartered accountant. I really hope this helped whoever was in 2 minds about the CA course and didn't find any easy explanation of the CA journey. I will put up relevant links down in the description box for you to check out to know more about the course. Please subscribe if you think that I should make more of these videos or want to know a little bit more about my personal journey as a CA student or the things that I'm doing now in India as well as in London. If you have any more questions on specifics of the exam, I would love to hear back from you. Please comment down below or connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram to get in touch. Until then, all the best, keep visualizing your goals and working hard towards them. I hope to see you soon. Bye.